Thousands of people who died and came back say the same thing. You don't just see your life flash before your eyes. You become everyone you ever affected. You feel their pain, their joy, their shame, their gratitude, everything, not as a memory, as a lived experience from inside their body, their mind, their heart. And there's a reason this happens. One that completely changes what you think death is, and how you should live right now. By the end of this video, I'll show you why this mechanism isn't punishment. It's something far more profound. It's the universe recognizing itself. But to understand that, we need to go deeper first. The life review is one of the most consistent elements across near-death experiences. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, Muslim, atheist, or Buddhist. People report the same core experience. After the tunnel. After the light. After meeting whatever presence they interpret as divine, there's this moment. Your entire life, displayed not as a linear film, but as a simultaneous experience. You see everything at once. The time you helped a stranger, the moment you lied to your partner, the joke you made that cut deeper than you knew. But here's where it gets disturbing and beautiful at the same time. You don't just witness these moments. You inhabit them from every perspective. Dr. Raymond Moody, who literally coined the term near-death experience, documented this in hundreds of cases. People describe feeling the emotional state of everyone involved in their memories. One man described watching himself snap at a waitress during a bad day, and in the review, he felt her exhaustion, her financial stress, how his words made her question her worth. He didn't just remember being rude. He was her, receiving his own cruelty. Another woman recounted a moment of teenage bullying, mocking a classmate's appearance. Decades later, in her life review, she experienced that girl's shame, the way it festered, how it shaped her self-image for years. Not as an observer, as the girl herself. This isn't selective. You feel everything. The grandmother who teared up when you called her out of nowhere. The child whose face lit up when you complimented their drawing. The friend who felt abandoned when you ghosted them. The stranger whose day you ruined in traffic. Every ripple you created in the emotional field of others, you experience it fully, intimately, undeniably. And here's what makes this so radical. There's no judge. No God with a clipboard tallying sins. People consistently report that the presence accompanying them, whatever they call it, radiates only love and understanding. The judgment, if you can call it that, comes from within. You judge yourself by feeling the truth of your impact. So why does this happen? Why would the universe be designed so that after death, you're forced to feel what you made others feel? Most people jump to karma, cosmic justice. You hurt someone, so now you feel it back. But that's too simplistic. That's still operating from the framework of separation, you and them as distinct, isolated units being balanced on some divine scale. The life review points to something deeper. There is no separation. Not metaphorically, literally. Think about it. In the life review, you don't just imagine what someone else felt. You are them. You access their exact emotional state, their thoughts, their pain, their joy. How is that possible unless, at some level, you and they are the same consciousness? The universe isn't a collection of separate beings. It's one consciousness experiencing itself through billions of perspectives. You are the universe, localized. So is everyone else. We're all apertures through which the whole looks at itself. The life review is the moment that illusion of separation drops. You realize you weren't just acting on others, you were acting as others. Every time you hurt someone, you were the universe hurting itself. Every time you loved someone, you were the universe loving itself. This is why there's no external judge. How could there be? The judge and the judged are the same being. You're reviewing your life from the perspective of the whole, which includes every consciousness you touched. And this completely reframes morality. It's not about obeying rules to avoid punishment. It's about recognizing that kindness and cruelty are both self-directed. When you diminish someone, you're fragmenting your own being. When you uplift someone, you're expanding it. The life review doesn't teach you right from wrong. It teaches you that wrong is just forgetting you're the other person. If you're realizing right now that every person you meet is literally you experiencing itself, subscribe. Because the final part will show you how to use this truth while you're still alive, and why the life review might already be happening to you in ways you haven't noticed. Here's the piece most people miss. The life review isn't about making you feel guilty. It's about making you complete. During physical life, you're intentionally limited. You can only see through your own eyes, feel your own pain. If you felt everyone's suffering in real time, you couldn't make choices. You'd be paralyzed. The separation is temporary blindness that allows you to act, to create, to be human. But the life review removes that blindness. You finally experience the full scope of what you created, not as punishment, but as completion. The circuit closes. You see that you were always both sides of every interaction. You gave pain, now you receive it, because you were always the one receiving it. You gave joy, now you feel it returned, because it was always yours. This is the universe experiencing itself, not passively, but through you. You're not a character in God's story. You're God, having a specific experience. And after death, you integrate all the perspectives you interacted with. You become whole. This is why so many NDE experiencers come back transformed. They're not scared into being good. They're awakened to what they actually are. They realize every interaction is sacred because every person is them. They stop seeing life as a competition or a test. They see it as a massive collaborative act of self-discovery. And here's the secret I promised you at the start, the one that changes everything. The life review isn't waiting for you after death. It's happening now. Every time you feel guilt, that's a preview. Every time you feel someone's pain and it moves you, that's the mechanism activating. Every time you hurt someone and can't shake the feeling, that's your consciousness trying to complete the circuit, trying to remind you that you're also them. Empathy isn't a nice virtue. It's remembering. It's the universe's way of whispering, that's you. You're doing this to yourself. A surgeon who had an NDE described it like this: I used to rush through patient consultations. After my review, where I felt their fear and confusion, I can't do that anymore. Not because I'm trying to be good, but because when I look at them, I feel myself looking back. That's the shift. You stop performing empathy. You start recognizing yourself in every face. So the question becomes, do you wait until after death to feel the full weight and beauty of your impact? Or do you start living from that awareness now? And here's something that will blow your mind. Some NDE researchers believe the life review might not be random, that certain souls experience it differently based on their level of awakening. We'll explore that in the next video. The life review shows us that the universe isn't moral in the way we think. It's not punishing bad people and rewarding good ones. It's integrating experiences. It's a consciousness that fragments itself into billions of perspectives just so it can know itself fully. Through joy, through suffering, through love, through cruelty, you are that consciousness. Right now, reading these words. Every choice you make sends a ripple through the field. And one day, maybe after death, maybe in a moment of clarity right now, you'll feel those ripples as if they were always happening to you, because they were. This should terrify you and liberate you at the same time. It means you can't hide from your impact. But it also means every act of kindness, every moment of presence, every time you choose love over fear, you're not just helping someone else. You're healing the whole. You're loving yourself in the deepest possible way. So here's what changes today. Every rude comment you're about to post, you'll feel that. Every moment of patience with your kid, you'll receive that. Every time you choose presence over distraction, you're already doing the life review, you're just doing it consciously. The separation was always the illusion. You've been interacting with yourself this whole time. The only question is, when will you start treating yourself accordingly? If this expanded your understanding of what you are and why you're here, subscribe. Because we're going deeper. We're exploring every edge of consciousness, death, and what it means to be the universe experiencing itself. This isn't philosophy. This is your life. Don't miss the next one. And drop a comment. Have you ever felt someone else's pain so deeply it changed you? That might have been a preview of your life review. The universe reminding you that you're everyone you meet.